Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In today's class, I'll be talking about social work with people living with disability. We live in a world where everyone wants to meet up with life expectation. Everyone have career. Everyone have life purpose to achieve. In the cost of this, we tend to integrate to society and meet with various kind of persons or people. This can be maybe in the work environment or even in educational processes, so as to achieve our goal. So in these processes, we tend to meet people. Sometimes people possess normal or abnormal behavior towards an event that's been triggered by the social society around us, and the way and manner by which we intend to attend to this event is either normal or abnormal behavior. So we know that people comes from different backgrounds, different society, different ideology, different religion, different upbringing. Most times this upbringing intends to build personality in everyone, and most times it can be negative or positive personality. But it is very important that in this class we are going to talk about what caused personality and how personality is being built and how to accommodate others with their personality. It is very important to know that personality all started from behavior. Behavior is our dynamic aspect of our personality, which can be abnormal behavior or normal behavior. Abnormal behavior, this is the deviation from the normal way how an individual should behave or should act towards an event surrounding us. If this behavior is not normal, it will lead to disorder. This is a disorganized behavioral manifestation of individual due to some certain traumatic events over time, which is caused by anxiety disorder. Disorder is a disorganized behavioral manifestation of an individual due to some certain traumatic events over time, which is caused by anxiety disorder. This is the way we handle our day-to-day activity or events surrounding us. Anxiety disorder can be broken into various kinds. We have panic attack. Panic attack is a momentary attack and manifestation of the sudden paralysis of the mind, which result to loss of contact to the society, temporary blackout, shaking and shivering, not even having experience what is going on around your social environment. And number two is compulsive disorder. This is a situation for an individual to start worrying about a certain event of life and start reacting to that particular event the normal way. Post-traumatic stress disorder. This is a situation when an individual keep manifesting the same traumatic experience he was treated of due to not properly handled. Then we have phobia. It's a situation of scaring imaginary fly or events. Phobia is broken into two. We have primary and simple phobia, or complex and primary phobia. Simple phobia have to do with you are scared of heights, scared of maybe an event. But complex phobia has to do with you are scared of individual. One can fight phobia by accommodating it, being in contact with it, exposure, psychotherapy approach. This is how you can fight phobia. So we talk about perspective of abnormal behavior. Perspective of abnormal behavior is a way scholars intend to explain the cause of abnormal behavior. Don't forget that we're talking about what bring about abnormal behavior personality in our workplace, in our school, in our social environment. And one of the perspective is historical perspective. This is the oldest perspective that explains the cause of abnormal behavior. It's been broken into theory. We have violation of the law of the land, we have three important flaws in the body, and we have the lunacy. The violation of the law of the land has to do with an individual breaking the law of the land and making the gods get angry and affecting that individual with a cause that will bring it to affect the psychic force of that individual by placing a demon on that individual. This perspective tries to explain that we intend to have abnormal behavior due to we broke some traditional order or we broke some law of the land, and the gods of that land is angry and sends a cause, and this cause affects psychic force that make individual start behaving abnormally. Why the lunacy has to do with the moon, that whenever the moon is high, it tends to affect people behavior. And then the theory important flow in the body, which to explain that if the blood is excess, it causes abnormal behavior by bringing high blood pressure. If the bile is number 2, it causes temperament. If it's high, it brings about temperament. So the next perspective is the biological perspective of abnormal behavior. It is caused the biological perspective. This view that the cause of abnormality is from dysfunctional part of our body, that if any part of our body organ is not functioning, it tends to affect every other part of our body, which is caused by drugs or hard medical processes. And number 3 is the socio-psychological perspective. This perspective is on the view that what causes abnormality is due to some circumstances surrounding us in our social environment. While the number 4 is the new medical perspective. This view that the cause of abnormality is because of our thought processes of individual, like what bring about bipolar, thinking loud, and what also causes abnormality is psychological disorder. Psychological disorder is the dysfunctioning of the body that results from anxiety, trauma, stress, and this can lead to several deadly emotions: anger, jealousy, envy, bitterness, grief, hatred. And these 7 deadly emotions are mostly for the elite, the educated ones, which cause envy and end up with disease due to goal desire, and this may also lead to some disease like cancer, asthma, high blood pressure, and ulcer, etc. The emotional stressor affects the psychological of the individual, which may lead to amnesia and insomnia. Stress is the overtax placed on our coping capacity as an individual as a result of our daily routine. Stress can come in 3 ways: alarming, resistance, and exhaustion. Alarming state, this has to do with when you start having signs of stress. You are tired, you are weak, you're having headache, your body is shivering. And the next stage is resistance. You are trying to resist that stress due to you want to achieve your goal. You are pushing, you are resisting it, you are pushing it hard, and this ends to exhaustion, whereby you get to where your body is paining you and you are tired, you are stressed out. Anybody talk to you, you react, you shout, and because you are tired and you are stressed. Stress can come as a result of lost goal, which can be in 3 ways. Stress can come in 3 ways: approach, avoidance. Approach has to do with you achieving your goal without stress, without anybody stressing you. While approach avoidance, you want to achieve your goal, but there's something attached to it that's making you feel stressed. And avoidance, you want to achieve your goal, but it's stressful to achieve that goal. When the stress is too much, it will lead to dissociative disorder. This is when the brain is working functionally apart, which will lead to amnesia. Amnesia is loss of memory. It's on various kinds. We have temporary amnesia. This has to do with short forgetting of something, just forgot something shortly. And we have localized amnesia. This has to do with what you forget a particular event that happened to you. And we have selective amnesia. This has to do with you select an event that you want to talk about and you forget about the other. And we have the last one, continuous amnesia. This has to do with your changing personality due to some certain events that has make you to change your personality. Amnesia lead to schizophrenia. Amnesia can also lead to schizophrenia. Schizophrenia, this is when the brain is working apart due to lost out in touch with the society or your environment, which an individual have no knowledge of being out of touch from that reality, which an individual have no idea or knowledge of being out of touch from the events surrounding them. Schizophrenia is of two kinds. We have simple and complex schizophrenia. And schizophrenia can be caused by genetic makeup or personality. Either it's being inherited or due to the society that you got it from. Schizophrenia can lead to delusion, and delusion is a believing. Delusion has to do with you are believing on untrue event towards something, or start imaginary what is not true. Delusion is on various kinds. We have delusion by grandeur, which an individual believe that every individual are powerful, and delusion by utter casting. This has to do with an individual believing that they believe that when people are talking, they are talking about them. And delusion by sin, this has to do with individual thinking that they're responsible for an event or issue that happened to an individual, and they're taking the blame. Delusion can lead to mood disorder. Mood means the change of individual psychic balance of an individual, which range from being happy or being sad. While mood disorder, this is the state of the psychic force or psychic state of an individual is limited to the mind, which can be minor or depression. Mania, this is when an individual is excited for a particular time. They talk anyhow when they're excited, they are coordinated, they talk off key, and they are extremely excited. While depression, the other, and depression is when the level of the excitement of an individual is on zero level. That it's because of the traumatic experience that individual is passing through or going through. And this depression can even lead to suicidal thoughts, whereby an individual starts thinking of taking his life or killing himself, and thinking of any events to take their life, and which can also lead to addiction. Addiction, this is the situation where an individual thoughts and action all go around without food, without sex, without smoking or drugs or anything that they find pleasure on doing, and it's mainly on high side. And process of addiction is it starts from exposure, the continued need for that item, that ability, change of body system, start committing crime just to get that item, and they start even begging to acquire that item. this addiction can be classified into various. We have compulsive gambling, we have drugs addicted, we have alcoholic, we have glumina nervosa. This has to do with an individual who they are conscious of their shape or their weight. While anosa nervosa, these are people who they are very conscious of their shape, and we have it being. And the last one to talk about is personality disorder. This has to do with an individual not behaving the way he or she is supposed to behave. And one of these personality disorder is antisocial personality. These people, they are people who they don't pity people, they hate mingling with people, they're not social, they don't have friends, they're always indoor. And we have narcissism. These are people who are proud, arrogant, they see the world as nothing, and they hate people. While psychopaths are people who are cold-blooded, they love killing for pleasure, and they love doing evil to other people. While dependents are people who depend on people for survival. They lie, they pretend that they are what they are not. So this is what we talk about in social work with people, social work with people with mentally disability. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys.